Where? Oh, YouTube. Just gonna see if I can light a fire, get a fire started just the traditional way, one of the traditional ways. There's some dead punk wood here, cinders. I thought I'd try and light see if I can get a light with that, so I'm just going to spark it up with this. Some of it lit. Well, it's smouldering. I'll just get the hose ready. You can see that. It's smouldering. Try this and see if this will light. Almost had it. There you go. We're late. So it does work after all. And the good thing about this is, put your lid back on your tin and it'll burn out and it's there to use again. It's not like char cloth. Once you've used char cloth, it's used, but that stuff will keep and you can use that on numerous fires. Just keep adding little bits to it when you want. This is pretty good. So now we're going to put it out. There we go. Well, I'm going to try. Try another little one here. See if this works. The old steel. I've got a little bit of cordage in here as well. I'll put in the middle of it to see if it helps, and some char cloth. I thought I had a little bit of flint in there. I haven't. I'm just going to get a bit. Hello, I'm back. Dry grass that I've collected. Might be too dry. This little bit in here and see if it do anything. Flame and the grass, it's all been mangled up. Just give it a bit more surface area, that's all. Back in here. Oops. All my kit on the floor. this and see if this is alright. I don't think it's light. Right in there. No smoking. There we have flames. See where lit. So that's another little way of starting the fire, as you all know anyway, and you've all seen it before 1,000 times. I just thought I'd have a little fiddle about in the garden today, as due to medical reasons I can't go out too far at the moment. That's why I haven't been out in the woods lately, which is beginning to wind me up, because I want to get out and about and do things, but I can't go out anywhere at the moment because I've got a kidney condition. So I'm just pottering about the garden at the moment. Another little thing I'll show you while I'm here. This little thing here is a Bushnell backtrack. I don't know if you can see it. But what it is, it's a little GPS system. It's got 3 different waypoints on it. And if you're going into the woods somewhere, before you go in there, or wherever you want really, just set where you are, switch it up and forget about it. Then just go about where you want to go. And when you want to come back, because sometimes you can get lost in the woods, it's easy done, I've done it a few times. This will take you right back to where you want to go. It's got a big arrow on it when it's on. And it does take a while to warm up to start with right enough, but once it's going it's brilliant. And it doesn't hardly use any batteries at all. It's got 2, there's the arrow, you just follow the arrow back in your direction. And it'll count the steps down as well, so you know you're going in the right direction by counting the steps. But you say you've got 3 different waypoints you can set on it, so it'll take you back to where you want to go. If you park your car in a big giant car park somewhere or a festival or something, this will get you right back to your car within 10-15 feet, I think, something like that. I actually see the on Funky Prepper's channel, he had it around, same thing, but pretty good. So I think they're handy things to have, but most of you probably know about it anyway. So that's that one, and I'll see you in a little way. Thanks. Hello, I'm back. Another little thing I was going to show you was this life straw. Probably a lot of you know exactly what this is, but it's a handy little piece of kit to keep in your bag, in your day bag or hiking bag, wherever, bug out bag if you like. It's just a straw, for those of you that don't know, I suppose most of you do. What it is, a filter for your water. And you suck your water up out the river, lakes, ponds, puddles if you like, but it, not only does it filter the water, it purifies it. It gets rid of all the Giardia, Cryptosporidium, Salmonella, all the bacteria that's in the water. Though I don't think it does chemicals, but it will get rid of all the bugs and pathogens, and it's pretty good. And it's good up to 1,000 litres I believe, so you'll get quite a bit of use out of that. I also have another bottle. It was a 58 pattern water bottle, which I got at Green Man Bushcraft, which was pretty good. It does exactly the same as this, only it's a water bottle, and it'll filter up to 1600 litres. I forget the name of it now, I forget who done it, but it's the same sort of thing as this. Wee doggy here, bug out dog Sam. But these are handy little things. I've used this myself down the river, and the water comes out of it just like tap water, purified. It's just, you wouldn't know the difference, and it is safe to use. So there is a few videos, but probably that's more than I've seen on YouTube. People using these in some right bad conditions, and they're pretty good. But I've just used it in the river, like I say, and it's very good for what it is. And so it should last you quite a while. Let's put a bit of foam rubber around it here to protect it in my bag, because I do carry it with me. And it is a very handy little piece of kit, just like that little Bushnell thing I showed you earlier. It's handy as well, especially if you get lost in the woods like I do. It's dead easy. It is for me anyway. And this is just another little small fire kit. These little things here I've used, just straws you get from McDonald's, sealed at both ends and stuffed with cotton wool with Vaseline on it. It's a good little fire starter that for lighting a fire, which is very handy. Just more little bits and pieces in there. I've got a few. Everybody knows what these are. I use these for starting fires as well. They're very good. You open that up, the amount of cotton wool you get out of that should be enough to get you a fire going, especially if you put a little bit of chapstick or something on it. Give it a light. They're pretty good. That's basically that little one there anyway. So, I've got. Come on, Sam. There you go, boy. Come on. Sam doesn't like to move much to get your way. That's that. My little flint and steel. I have actually used a thing for this as well, just a piece of a file, an old file. If you rub the edges of it down on it and smooth it up, it works wonders. It'll work just the same as this will. So you don't have to go out and buy one of these, just get an old file and sand it down the edges, and that'll work lovely. The ordinary old ferrocerium rod. Another little bits and pieces of stuff I carry in my pocket all the time, my EDC. Got a little money capsule here. Stick a £20 note in there and just forget about it. It's handy if you ever need it. This actually is a petrol container for a little bit of spare petrol or something for a lighter, but I don't use it for that. As you can see, I don't use it for that. I use it for put a little bit of tinder in. Got a little bit of cordage in there, which I mangled up. That's it there, you can just about see that. That, and underneath that there's another little bit of char cloth, just in case of emergencies. So that's pretty good, Bob. I'll just leave that in there, forget all about it. If I ever have to use it, it's there. If I ever needed it. So it's a handy little thing to have. Little multi-tool here. Little one, I think it's a true utility one. It's got a couple of little knives on it, a couple of little blades, a little pair of pliers. It's handy. Fits in the pocket lovely. Also got my little mag light here, which is a handy little tool as well, and little magnifying glass. That's handy as well. I've started a couple of fires with that, so that does work as well, especially if you use it on char cloth or cinders or punk wood. We'll work on the grass as well if the grass is drying up. What else we got on here? Oh, we've got a little pen, true utility pen, which is always handy because you want to write something down you're out. I've used this pen quite a few times actually. It's quite a handy little tool for what it is. I carry these in my pocket all the time with the EDC, and I love to wear holes in my pockets. It just clicks back in, that does. Always in my pockets, except for now when I've shown it to you. And I also carry Leatherman Wave multi-tool. Absolutely brilliant. The knife on it is something else. It's fierce. You've got a little screwdriver in here, which is a star screwdriver, or you've got the flat one. You just turn around reversible, and then there is a set of tools you can get for this as well to add with it. You've also got your tin opener there, bottle opener. It's got a lovely little pair of scissors on it. They're pretty sharp. They're pretty good. and I use them quite a bit as well actually. Let's see, another flat thing, you can either dig things out or use it for screws. And you've also got a little screwdriver in here for your glasses, for doing your glasses. That comes out as well, that goes both ways. It's a tiny little thing, so for precision screwdriver or whatever. The pliers, wire cutters on them. Needless to say, everybody knows what these are, they're very good. And Leatherman Wave, I think it's exceptional for what it is. That's the knife on it. That is very, very sharp. So I can testify to that because I cut myself on it. It's also got a serrated edge blade, which is pretty sharp as well. It's pretty good. And it has got a saw on it too, and all. And I have actually used this little saw. It's very good. It's a handy little thing here. You want to cut little branches or something down about that diameter, sort of 1.5 to 2 inch diameter. That'll cut through. That is brilliant. Very, very well made. Lovely piece of kit. I carry this everywhere on me. Even at work I have it on my belt. No matter where I go out, I have it on me, and it's just there in case I need it. You know. My other half bought me that for Christmas, which was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting that, but since then I've been carrying it everywhere. Before that I had a Gerber, which is pretty good too, but I think this one just beats it. Anyway, that's it for now, boys, and all the best to everyone. And I'll try and get another video done soon. Just hoping I can get out and about soon because I'm getting fed up sitting indoors. So take it easy, and I hope you enjoyed this little bit anyway. And all the best to everyone. God bless.